Hi, everyone. It is Sunday, September 15th, and I am June with Red Daisy Crafts coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm happy to be here with you all today, sharing some alternate project ideas for the Paper Pumpkin Kit August Time for Cake. It's been a very fun kit. I wanted to just review some of the things that we have made this month and thought I'd just show some of those. I want to get to the cards that the kit was designed for and show you those at first. So you have this card that the kit made, really fun cake card and beautiful foil fork. And then we have this card that I keep joking about not wanting to undo, but here I go. And it folds out like so. It's so fun. This card is so fun. And I'm going to see if I can quickly get this put back together. I think it's the cutest of all, to be honest. And I am thrilled to have you guys here today. Then the third card that the kit was designed to make is this beautiful balloon card, and it's just a lot of fun. So then we made some other cards. So we made this card here and really had fun decorating the insides of the cards, as well as creating a gift bag to go with it. So super fun for that. Hey, Maureen, thanks for joining. I know, I'm so glad you're able to be here today. And then we made this card, which was similar to the last one, but did a little bit of things different. Got the birthday year on here. So that's that one. I made this fun card, super simple. Have loved decorating the inside of the cards. We made this one, a great little fun layout with scraps from the kit that were just not really going to get used. Kind of took a lead off of the card that the kit was designed for, but added it to a card base and had some fun with that. And then we have another fun 65th birthday card here, again with the fun inside. And we have this card as well that we made. So yeah, we have made quite a few cards. And last week we made a box card. So if you didn't see that, Maureen, you're going to want to go and check it out, because this is the box card it makes. So fun and cute. It just stands up like so. I can see how it kind of looks down on it. After being in the envelope, it needs a little help, but really a really cute card. Came out so great, and appreciate everybody's support over the last week, giving me a lot of kind comments and whatnot. So today we have some fun cards to share, and I had never made a card like this before, but we are going to make, I guess they call it a fracture card. So we're going to make a card like this right here today. So really fun. We're going to use a lot of different elements from the kit. I like trying to pull all the pieces together. And so I'm going to put y'all down to the table, because that's not easy to see at the way that it is right now. So here we go. Let me see how we can do this. There we go. All right, so I'm just so glad to be here. Again, we're going to make this fun fracture card. I don't know if you've made one like that before. Really love the foiling on it, on the pieces of the card. And so let's just kind of dig in. And I'm going to walk us through some of these pieces. So the 3 pieces here are from the envelope layers that we got into the kit. And so I trimmed all those down and cut some pieces. I think we won't need to trim the envelopes, but I have them here just in case I need to show something. There's a piece behind here. And I actually used one of the pieces of the little balloons. And I'm actually using the flip side of it. I just wanted a white piece for it. And the other piece is that card layer that is in the kit. Now I have 2 pieces cut here for us, but I think what I have out already is going to be sufficient for us. So I'm just going to kind of walk through the elements that we have. On this one, we're going to use the 2 smaller balloons in the center. And let's see what, okay, so I have my card base. So let's just start. Hey, Wanda, thanks for joining. It's great to see you this evening. And so we're going to start with the card base of basic beige. I feel like the light is not as good, so I'm going to kind of adjust that. Hopefully that's a little bit better. A little better, I hope. There seems like a little dark over here. I know, and you know, Wanda, I feel because normally I put a post up, I tell you guys don't forget, and I didn't do it today. I've just been so busy with other stuff that I did not get to it. So sorry about that. I didn't even give you a warning for it. So we have basic beige. I cut this 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored it at 5.5 inches. So we are good to go on that. Kind of spilled my water, taking a drink there. It's my first time. And we have a card layer for the inside of the card base as well. And so we have those pieces. Like I said, I don't think we're going to need the envelopes, but I have them. And we are going to need a layering piece behind here. So I am going to get over here in my stash because I have a piece of basic white over here and a piece of basic very vanilla. I think I'll use the very vanilla. So I am just going to cut this. Nobody is going to see this at all. And we are going to cut it at 5 1/4 and 4 inches. It is really going to be used to layer up all the pieces that we will be putting together for this fracture card. Okay. So it's 5 1/4 by 4 inches, just like so. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And then I guess it's Connie Stewart. I was watching a video. I looked at a bunch of different places, but oh, good for you. And I watched looked at definitely a number of different card people that made fracture cards, and but I ended up watching Connie Stewart's video just to make sure I had a good handle on it. And she had some really good ideas, so I'm going to share those with you. So this is the layer that is behind all the pieces that these are layered on. Okay, that's this piece right here. I'm using Very Vanilla. On the long sides, we are going to score at a 1/2 inch. And like I said, no one's going to see this. This is just to help make that process easier. So I'm just doing the 1/2 inch mark on both sides. Super easy, like so. And then on one of the short sides, which is going to end up being the top, I am doing 3/4 of an inch score line. Okay. So I don't know if you can see that very well, but we have some score lines there. And, you know, it's just on the 3 sides. Okay. And that's going to make that a lot easier. And so, like I said, I used the balloon sheet that was in the card kit, and I had one extra, and so I just decided to use that for my basic white. And I am going to be putting that on here, and all we're doing is using those score lines to tell us where this goes. So the top corner, because this is at a diagonal, is going to touch that score line at the top, and on the sides it's going to probably go over the score line, but just maybe like 1/8 of an inch or less. And I am going to lay it onto my grid paper or my mat here, and just make sure that when I do lay this out, that my corners are going at the same row of grid lines on my mat, just to get it in straight. Okay. And so that's going to be kind of the start of it. And we'll do this all together, but basically you're just going to start in, and then this one gets layered right next to it. And then these they butt up against it. And haven't told you what these are, or have I? I also used some of the card kit, and I used the fold out sheet of the candles. Okay. And these are 1/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. You have 3 of them at that length. Okay. And so they butt up right up against that square that's been, when it gets put down. And then you have one that is 1/4 of an inch by 2 1/4. And it's going to just perfectly fit between these two against the square, because the square is 2 1/4 square. I don't know if I said that either. Now, I can tell already, like, my measuring was not perfect, because I'm probably going to have to trim a little bit of that off, but we'll do that whenever we put it together. But I just want to kind of lay out what we're going to do. And then I have another piece this is what I used over here, but the piece that I cut was 2 1/4 by 4 inches, and it's plenty to come over here and use that piece again. So I think, that is all going to work out just fine. But if it doesn't, I have another piece just in case. So I have that piece. And then we have our other elements that are going to come in to the picture, and they just kind of line right up against all of these. And I think we will be just fine for not needing to open up another envelope. So I think when we're done, that I was able to get 2 cards out of the 3 envelopes, and that little card layer that comes in the kit, the navy Night of Navy piece. So it's kind of a fun card, I think, and it's just really beautiful that you can get all of the different designs onto one card layer, one card layout. So we have a lot of different designs going on here, and I just think it's so beautiful. So we may not end up with them in the same places, but we are going to see what we can do and to replicate that. So that's kind of the way it's going to work, and just wanted to really lay that out for you so that you could see that. So let's go ahead and start by putting our square down onto this base of 4 inches by 5 1/4. Again, I have score lines. At the short top, I have a score line at 3/4 of an inch, and then I have one on each side at 1/2 an inch. So we're going to put some glue on to the square piece, and we are going to lay it down onto that base. And like I said, if I line it up here nicely, oops. If I line it up here, what I want to do is make sure that I have my corners going in the right place. So there we have it. It's a little bit off to the right, and there we go. There we go. Now let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So that's our first piece. And then, like I said, these pieces, and I have three of them at 1/4 inch by 4 1/4 inch. Okay. And I'm just going to start by layering them on here. Now, they do have score marks in it from that fold out. However, I'm not letting that bother me whatsoever. You don't even really notice them on here. I guess if you got really close and were like critical about it, you might, but otherwise I do not even notice them. So we're just going to use some of the multi-purpose liquid glue and put these on. And I did this the last time, and I'm doing it again. I don't need all that glue. I do not need all that glue. So I am going to try to come in here. Yep, that's not going to work. It's got to go on this edge. It really does matter how you lay this out. So that's why you want to play around with it. And then you just want to be really sure that you're getting this lined up right here next to that square. So you can see that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get myself out of here so that you have even closer view. All right, so that is that one. All right, then we are going to come in with the next one. And again, I'm trying to be thoughtful because I don't need all the glue. But I'm going to have it all over my fingers anyhow, is what's going to happen. So now we're just butting it right up against that piece there. Okay. And that should take care of that one. Now I'm just going to grab a tissue so I can just get that off of there and there. And that way maybe I won't get it everywhere on my fingers, like so. All right, so now we have that. There's some glue there. Now we are going to have this one coming down. So let's see, does that take us? Not quite. All right, so now we are going to have this one just fitting right in there nicely. Very nice in that corner. And then that's going to come down like so. Okay. Has anybody ever made a fracture card before? I think that the score lines really help to make it straight. So here's the one that I think we're going to have to do some trimming on. And so I'm just going to see, I don't know if you can tell that right there, but you can see it's too big. And so we're just going to trim off a tiny bit at a time. And hopefully we're going to get close enough. I may have to do it a couple of times. Yeah, we're not quite there. One more little sliver, I think will do it. So you can see that I did not take very much off of there at all already. So just a tiny, tiny bit again. Let's just try it one more time. And now it fits in there nicely. Very nicely. Okay. So now we're going to put some glue on here. And we'll put that piece down in that slot. I do like cards that incorporate a lot of different pieces. So I know that this may not be for everybody, but I just really enjoy a card that is, you know, it took some effort. All right, so there we have our sides put on, and we're just going to give it a good press, and then I'm going to just cut these off like so. So there's one and two. And three. And we'll do this last one here, like so. All right, so that is that, and that's where we're at with this. Okay, and you can see here how that looks at the start of this. Now we're going to start to put it together. Now, we can do this a lot of ways, but I would like to make sure that this piece fits. Now, it fits nicely. I may have to trim, which I plan to do anyhow. It's a little tiny sliver there of too much. Let's see if we can make that work out better. Just so nice if it just lays down flat. Now that's going to be really good. There we go. That's going to be nice in there. All right, so that one's going to go there. I just want to make sure that I can get all the pieces we need. This one, it's kind of short. Here we go. This one will go here. And this one can go here. Like so. And then let's see. This is what I was afraid of. So you see here, this isn't long enough. And so we are going to just cut, we're going to cut the envelope. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. And we're just going to do that really quickly to get our piece. The envelope is just barely wide enough. So if it was a smidge off, or I cut just a smidge more whenever I trimmed it down, that will make a difference. And so that's what I was afraid of here. So now we are getting to this point, and so this is the part I'm talking about. If I just took a little bit more, then it would not work out necessarily. So I need this to be 3 1/4, a full 3 1/4 there. And I only think I need this to be about 2, well, it is 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to do 2 1/2 just to be safe. Let's see what I have. Where did my pieces go? What am I missing? Am I hiding something? Oh my goodness. Let's see what we have. So that one goes there. And this one fits in this spot. Whoops. Like so. And we have this up here. I still need this one too. That's what it was. All right, so the piece that you need, the size is 2 1/4 by 4 inches. And you need 4 of them in order for it to really work. So I was trying to get away with 3 1/4 by 3, but it just isn't working. So I'm going back to the original. So it's four pieces that are 2 inches by 4 1/4. 2 1/4 inches, excuse me. 2 1/4 inches by 4 1/4. And you need 4 of those in order to get the coverage that is needed. So 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that should make us have all the pieces we need. One of the sides could probably get away with a shorter piece. It's just when you start to put it together, then you run into, oh, that doesn't work, just like I just did. Okay. So now this is going to go in here like so. Okay. And then this is going to go here. Okay. So now we have all of our card covered. Okay. Yes, she does have a free download. I didn't do that. I kind of created my own little deal. I just really took her piece from the card base with the scoring on it. I just liked that idea there. All right, so I really have found like it's better to just go ahead and put your glue onto the card base that we're adding everything to. And I wanted to do this piece first because it has to fit right in there in order for it all to work. And so we have that now on there. And then I just like to flip it over and give it a good press. Again, like so. Now it doesn't, other than this one has to go in this spot because again, it's not, this is where the 3 1/4 works fine. for this one. And I suppose it would have gone fine that way. But so we're just lining that up. And this is where we have another little piece like here. And that can all get trimmed off when we trim and clean off the edges. We'll just take off a smidge. And it'll be even all the way around when we do that. So easy peasy. All right, so now I'm thinking I might put this one up here. So let's do this on here like so. And let's press down. And then this one will go right in here. And oh, I got a little glue squeezing out. There we go. Oops. More glue. There we go. All right. So the other thing that she mentioned, and I think it's a great idea, is she just trimmed off one edge with scissors. And you could do them all, but I think because I do have a couple of little holes, I'm going to use my trimmer, and that's what I did on that one. It made it super easy, to be honest. So just bringing in my trimmer here and starting, let's see. Okay, good. You can see that I'm going to start down here. That has that little edge. So I'm just going to bring it over a smidge past the little place where the blade goes. And I think that's going to clean up my edge. It does. So I don't have that hole anymore right here. Very good. And now we can come over here. And what I have done is, so that was probably about that much. So I'm going to bring it in another 16th. Oh no, that's not where we're at. That would not be good. We are at the 5 1/4. So I'm going to bring it in 1/8 of an inch, and that should take care of that little hole. Actually, it's a 16th of an inch is all I did. So that piece, and now we are here, and see, that should even that out. And so there we have our layout, and no holes whatsoever. Actually, I have I think it's just how the blade hit the paper. Like a little bit of a fold there. All right, so we have that piece. Look how it looks totally different because it's just different papers in different places. We managed to put a different paper in each location. And so I love that this has got some different elements to it from that regard. So very cool. Very cool. All right, so we are going to be using some of our foil to put a bow. Actually, we might make 2 bows. Let's see if I can make them smaller. So let's see here if I can get a tinier bow. since I have smaller balloons. I think that'll work. Let me get my glue dots. So I just put them right on here till we're, and this, I have wound this up like so many times, and I don't know why I am not just making a hole in the top of here to tack it down. But dang, I have done this so many times. Ornery little foil here. Let's see, I think, see, it just wants to go again. Let's see. All right, put that up. Let's see if we can get another tiny bow. I've got a lot of waste here. But that's okay, right? If it's what we need for the card. All right, a little smaller even. I think that's about the same size. Yep. Or is it bigger even? It still is bigger. Let's see if we can. There we go. There we go. All right, now put that right on that glue dot. Now those will be ready for us. Okay. And we have our card base, which we're going to get our bone folder out and take care of that. Looks like this is a good front. I like this basic beige color. I don't know if you've used it much, but it's just a really nice neutral instead of just white always. But I thought it really brought out some of these other softer tones in the card. So I just thought that that would be nice. I'm going to move that, and we're going to put our balloons on here. I think that's going to be nice. I think that foil keeps messing with my camera. All right, so we have some stamping to do. And so let's get some stamps out to decorate the inside of our card. I was going to use a couple of these little balloons at the top. And I still like Make-A-Wish for the inside, so I think we'll be good with that. Just going to get a block here. And our ink. Might be time for me to re-ink my Night of Navy. Guess it's doing okay. Let's see if we can just put one more on here. Love all these little balloons. They're so cute. And I left out my Night of Navy pen so that we can not go through that drama again. Very fun. It takes you about 3 or 4 times before I get my hand going in the right direction for this. And so now let's see if we got our Make-A-Wish. Or maybe we'll just put happy birthday on the inside. I think that's what we'll do, is we'll just put happy birthday. The Make-A-Wish is pretty big, and now that I've put all these balloons on here, I think it'll be easier to just do this. Very nice. Happy birthday. Very good. Amongst the streamers. And yeah, I think we're good with that. So let's go ahead and put this on the inside of our card base. And there we have this going in. And just like so. All right, then this is going to go on here. And we're just going to glue it down. You could put it on dimensionals, but I think it's fine. Most of my cards would go in the mail, so I try not to get them too bulky for postage. And this is a nice layer for on here. All right, so now we have our balloons, and we're going to put them on just like so with some dimensionals. So I'm going to have a dimensional here and a dimensional here. And so let's see here. Let's go ahead and put this one right there. And this one, let's put it behind there just a little bit, like so. All right, then we have our bows to put on. And here's my take your pick tool. So let me get the first one. And then I can mess with the tails of these after, get them put on. And then we have one right here, like so. So let's see here with our tails. There we have that. So let's see if we can add the Make-A-Wish to this. Let's see here if it would just fit right here. I think it would. I think that would work out just fine. I could put it right here in the Knight of Navy. What do you think? What do you think about this card? I thoroughly confused y'all. Right on this. Beautiful. And then I did this in the last card on the inside. I think it's so cute. But this little H comes up here. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to put a little spray of the little light around that. Makes a cute add-on. And that's our card of the fracture card. So fun. All right, I have one more card, kind of, I think, an easy one. Easy, but there's our two fracture cards. Oh, look how they match up. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Awesome. Thank you so much. Very nice. All right. So now I've been, this has been sitting here for a long time because we've worked on other things along the way. And that I think we're going to get to it tonight. And I have pieces from another card that I had worked on here. So I think I'm going to get some of this out and see what we can put together here. So I have the card base that came in the kit, okay? And I've gone ahead and folded that in half, all right? And what I was thinking is we have this leftover piece. So it was the rest of this that I used to make all the strips for the fracture card. So this is what's left of it. So I will figure out something to use that on as well. But, initially I was like, oh, I want this to be on the front. But actually, I think I like it better this way. So that is going to go on the front of the card like so. And what I've been trying to figure out is, I think it'll work, is I think I want to cut out the cake to go here on the inside. And so I'm going to go ahead and mark some things and see where we're at with my erasable pen here. Okay. And let's see here, because it's going to be very close. Yep. So I'm just marking some places that will help me know where to cut as we go along. Okay. And so that is what we're going to do. All right. So I want all of these to line up in that track. And I'm going to take that off. And then this side, we're going to do the same thing. And I'm just going to bring it in just a tad. There. All right. So there we have our cake. And gonna that straight edge right there. So that's that. And it just barely cut off a teeny bit at the bottom. And so this piece is 3 3/4. So let's see what 3 3/4. Oh, good. I have some room. There is just a tiny bit of room, but we're going to take what we can here. And there. So there's our piece that we can have for inside. And I don't know, I might use this on the outside somehow. That just jumped out at me, but that's how it's going to be. So when we open up, we have the cake on the inside. I think that would be very cute. And let's see here. See if I can drink again without spilling. All right, so that is how that's going to go. All right. That's going to work out fine for this. I'm just trying to make this as centered as possible on here. So I think I want it to be lined up like that. So if I come in here and put some glue, I get this tacked down. And then we can do the other side, like so. And that'll take care of that. Now you could stamp here, but I'm just thinking this is where somebody could write their note, right? That's what my thought is. And I want this to be lined up. So I am going to lay it here and put a little bit of glue on here. And then we're going to fold this down on top of it. Because I really want it to be lined up. And I think that's the best way to get it in the right spot. Okay. And fingers crossed that's going to work out perfectly. But like I said, I think this is a really quick card, but how cute is that, right? And I wanted to do this because I keep trying to figure out like what I can use my forks for. Now, where is it? I have a brass fork in here, a brass fork, the rose gold foil. Where did it go? I stuck all these things on top of it. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. And we need a candle as well. Now, I do want a place for sentiment on the front, so I think I'm going to use that as well. So, keep dropping that foil. All right, so, oh, perfect. If this is up, nobody's going to see it until it pops open. That is awesome. So that can be put up there. Great. So we're going to stamp on that. But here's our foil fork. So pretty. I'll have to put it on here. But still very fun. Very fun. It's getting that so it's not showing at all until it opens. Beautiful. Really cute. I love it. All right, let's stamp our little candle. Where's my stamps? I keep moving them all over the place here. Get our little candle out. And I think for this, I think we can use the lost count and It's Time for Cake. I think that's going to be perfect for this. Yes. All right. Let's get out some blocks here. So our candle, lost count, and it's time for cake. Woohoo! All right. So we have wonder. Oh, it would go all the way on that side. All right, I'm going to try and put this right here so it is not going on to that other card piece. And it's not going to cause an issue. So lost count. Ha ha ha. So cute. All right. Now we're going to put our candle on the candlestick. The foil fork is awesome, isn't it, Maureen? I just love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, that's going to go so cute right there. So we have that, and now this is going to be time for cake. Right on here. Very fun. Very fun. Okay. I have my plethora of stamps out now every week. I feel like we get every single one off this thing almost. All right. So let's get my candle and let's put that little guy on. So must be getting to the bottom of this because it's not wanting to come out. So we're just going to do that right there. Just felt a little bit of glue on that edge. There we go. All right. So that's going to be like that. And then, woohoo! All right. So I had these from another time, and I don't know if this even needs to be on here, but I was thinking this could go across here with our It's Time for Cake on one side of it, maybe this side, like so. You can use this little bow to put on here with it, and we could put a balloon in the back. I think that's the plan. I think that is the plan. All right, we're going to use some dimensionals, but first I'm going to glue this down onto that piece, like so. There we go. And then we are done stamping for now. All right, so then this is going to go across here with dimensionals. And we'll put one on the balloon. So let's see here. If we do that, and then we can have the balloon on top with the bow right there if we want. Like that. I think that would be good. I could even bring it over more. That's what I'm going to do. We don't have to center everything, do we? I do. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I needed to do something different with that cake. You know, it's like felt like I was stuck with that option. And I kept trying to think, what can I do? What can I do? So now I'm going to bring this guy over on this edge, and then the bow won't be in the way of everything. So let's get our glue dots out one more time. And there we go. There we go. Isn't it adorable? So we have our It's Time for Cake. Lost count. And there you have that. Now, you could even put a happy birthday across here if you wanted. I think you can write it in there just as easy. And you're going to want to write something somewhere. But I think this is a really cute option for the cake. Very fun. You could even have put the layers in here. I just wanted the space for writing was my thing. So thank you so much, everybody. Let me see if I can clean up my mess, and we'll just kind of review one more time what we got. I still have so much of this kit, although I am hopeful that by the time we're together again, that we will be able to be in the September kit. We made a lot of cards. I don't know why I have so much left, but there does feel like I have a lot left. So I'm just moving all this out of the way to get all this stuff off the table so you can actually see the cards and enjoy them. So we made these 2 cards today and a plethora of other ones the last few weeks. And so I just appreciate all of you joining and sticking with me. We went, I think the fracture card took a little longer than I expected. But so fun to be hanging out with all of you today. And I will have more fun next Sunday, more fun for Sunday Live on Think Creatively. And have a great weekend and the rest of your week ahead. Bye-bye.